Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Monday the 5th of September 2022. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to use the Herbal Tarot for today's reading. Let's see what these cards have to say about Monday and what energy is coming up. So I'm just going to shuffle these a few times here. Hope you've had a great weekend. Let's see what this day is all about. Okay, so first card is the Three of Pentacles, hard work and expertise, and really being able to do something that then thrives in its own right, and that allows you to overcome fear and to have faith in yourself and how capable you are. So that's a strong start. Wow. Then we've got the Four of Swords, contemplation, trying to make sense of things. So being super diligent, not only are you working very well and you're using real skills and expertise and you're switched on intellectually, but also you're trying to understand even more. So you're very willing to learn and you're willing to be guided in your practical action so that you get the best possible outcome. Wow. And then finally, we've got the suspended person, which is the Hanged Man, and that's about a change in perspective. So I feel that you really turn a corner here in terms of your approach to your own life. You're super diligent. Emotionally, you're invested and you're committed to whatever it is you're doing. You're not lacking in any passion and motivation. If anything, you're so committed to what you're doing. You're trying to understand absolutely everything and to educate yourself so that you can see things differently. So it's almost like something has happened here that's made you very humble, in the sense that it's like, I realize that I know certain things, but there are many relationships and circumstances and mysteries in the world that I do not understand. That is okay. I accept that. I'm going to try and do my best to understand what I can and to leave the rest. So you're being very wise here and very serene. And that allows you to have a very kind of hands-off approach and to look at something totally differently. So what I get for that immediately is that that's so helpful. If there's something in your life that you feel is keeping you stuck, like for instance, you've got an addiction, and whatever you do, you just can't seem to beat this addiction. Part of that addiction is going to be in your head and the way you think about that substance. This kind of thing where your head completely opens up and you're able to rewire your own brain, this is the perfect opportunity to look at that prison again, the prison of addiction, I mean, and to say, is this really still got a hold of me the way it did 3 months ago? Or has something shifted? Or have I shifted? Do I see a way out of this? And that then obviously applies to anything about the self that you want to change. And because I got this major thing about humility here and kind of seeing yourself as a part of some greater whole, maybe it's personal things like, I find it difficult to say sorry, or I find it impossible to kind of know what my own feelings are. Anything that goes on in your mind, so your whole experience basically, you're able to flip it on its head, examine it in a different way so that you get a more practical outcome. The Three of Pentacles, this is the third card in the suit of Pentacles. So it's a minor arcana card. It's a temporary influence on this day. And usually the Three of Pentacles depicts someone working on a church, like chiseling in patterns into this flying buttress. So it's really skilled, detailed, expert work. In this case, he's planting flowers and they're beautiful and gorgeous. So this is someone who knows what they're doing, who's actually got the energy to show up and to then do the work. And that work is going to have a wonderful outcome for him and for other people. So it's really the purest idea of work. Doing something you enjoy and creating a good outcome for everyone involved. So in your working life, see what you can do to create something like this. And also use it on your working life if you're not particularly satisfied, and ask yourself, how could I use my gifts and talents in a very specific and niche way that would please me and allow me to do amazing quality work for others? The Four of Swords then, usually these three swords looming over the person sleeping, they seem kind of daunting and intimidating to me, but here it seems almost like a protective shield, or it looks like information being downloaded into his system. So if you ask these kind of questions, the ideas aren't going to let you down. I think that in your working life, you're able to use your intellect and your mind in this expert way to get all the info that you require and to be super focused and to get amazing work done. But also if something is unclear, you can ask the question of what would be more suited to me, for example, and then you will get these downloads from spirit that says, hey, why don't you try this direction? Why don't you do something else that maybe maximizes this part of what you're doing? So have a word with your higher self, with however you do it. You know, if you just sit in the park and look around, and that allows you to get some kind of clear space in your mind and to get some answers. Set yourself up to get some really concise, practical, clear messages which you can then apply. And finally, the suspended person is really the gist of this reading. It's a major arcana card, so it's a major theme, and I think this is the major theme of your life. You're able to upend yourself, and if you look at the card this way, if it's upside down, his legs form the number 4, and 4 is about security and structure. Then he's got a halo around his head, which is understanding. So when it's upside down, he has a particular understanding that he has committed to, right? But that's what gets him strung up. He's obviously got the wrong end of the stick somewhere, so that he commits a crime and he gets punished by society. They give him like this timeout in order for him to contemplate his actions, to maybe see the light, and to maybe behave in a way that's consistently good than criminal. So this card allows you to let go of the beliefs that you've lined up so far, to find a new halo, a new understanding of your life and what you're doing and how you apply yourself and what it all means. And the only thing that you need to do is to be willing to receive answers. So I would say in the morning, good morning, universe, thanks for another day. I'm ready to listen. I'm willing to get the answers that you're about to give me, or, put it in whatever vernacular you want, or just say, I'm open to receiving all good, or I'm open to receiving and hearing the guidance. And I find these kind of days very important, because if there are things about the self which are problematic, we need to deconstruct that and take the power out of it and then replace it with something positive and new. And you're able to access all of that via the downloads from spirit, the proving it to yourself that you are capable and talented and you have more than enough. And it just allows you to reevaluate yourself, the whole situation, and just gives you a completely different take on life, which usually then is much more positive and gets more positive results. Number-wise, we've got 3 and 4 is 7. And 12 is 19. 1 and 9 is 10. 10 reduces to 1 in numerology. And 1 is the vibration of the pioneer, the boss, the person in charge, the person doing things on their own. In the tarot, it's the magician. So it's the person who's divinely guided in order to create something magical. So the number is really highlighting that you do have this major talent that can build something solid and concrete for the future here today. So please don't shy away from that. And I haven't even looked up the herb meanings. I need to do that. 3 of Pentacles. The need to assimilate more skills and to cultivate deeper concentration and understanding as a foundation to developing one's talents. Yup. 4 of Swords. Healing from the wounds of battle, rest before the final onslaught. Okay, I think it's more about contemplation and receiving downloads than it is about rest, but I suppose that energy can also feel very healing. And then we've got the suspended person. Finding one's own way, returning to the source, initiation, spiritual breakthroughs, inner commitment. Yep. So that's what this whole process is about, a change in perspective. Have a wonderful day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to audio reading with me. And if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.